Hey, welcome back. Thank you very much for buying this extended. Thank you for joining me. So, as you could probably tell in the first reading, there's a lot here to do with relationships, and they're not necessarily all going to be romantic relationships, but there is a huge, big shift within this full moon that's coming. Okay, this Gemini full moon. It's also called the Beaver full moon. But there is a shift here within communication of relationships, and really we're very much encouraged here to get in touch with our needs. Okay, to get in touch with, even to evaluate our beliefs, but using the facts. Okay, let's get into this. So we're going to pull, I'm not pulling any, we're just kind of going to go over and clarify what has already come out in the first reading. We're going to clarify all of the tarot here and just kind of dig down more into this divine masculine and divine feminine energies here. So let's get started here with the divine masculine emotional energy. So it was that hostility here in reverse, right? The hostility, and that again, as I was saying, that's the energy of becoming vulnerable, of putting down that that sword, that defensiveness. And the Two of Cups and the Five of Wands is what came out with that, and I feel emotionally that this divine masculine energy here is really where they're, it's that energy of being asked to level themselves up, level that kind of divine masculine energy up. Let's clarify this Two of Cups here. What is the Two of Cups? The Two of Cups gets the Seven of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Yes, because you see, this energy here of combining this Two of Cups energy, whether it's romantic or not, but this relationship energy, this blending of energy, it's about having the intuition to the seeds that have already been planted, to acknowledging that seeds need to be what has been planted, the growth that you have done, whether that was in, let's clarify that Seven of Pentacles again. That's interesting because the Seven of Pentacles is really that energy of planting the seeds, putting in the work, making sure that you have done what needs to be done, right? The energy of the High Priestess is connecting to the intuition. The Daughter of Wands and the Death. Yeah, because this is these pentacles that are planted, this change, these seeds that have been planted. This is about planting the seeds of becoming a new self. It's about the transformation here of the divine masculine energy that needs to shift, and maybe it was this Two of Cups that planted the seeds here, and for some of you, it can be even that Two of Cups energy, where there's a connection between the fifth dimension, where that seeds, those seeds, these pentacles, these seven pentacles have been planted to change here, to change the energy of the being here. There's death and transformation that's needed. In order to really embrace this hostility energy in reverse, it is going to take a huge transformation of self within this divine masculine energy. As much as that Five of Wands is about that conflicting kind of leveling up energy, that Two of Cups energy to be able to blend themselves whole here, that divine masculine energy, it's calling for a lot. It's calling for a huge transformation of self here. The Temperance is what came out here for, we're going to put these ones back. The Temperance and the Ace of Cups. For this Five of Wands, because, there is a new opportunity here. Absolutely. Whatever this kind of intense growth is bringing, there is new opportunity for sure. But you see that cup is kind of balanced here with the Temperance. It's like, okay, but what this cup here, it will be what you allow it to be if you can have the energy of the Temperance, right? It's like, yes, okay, there's all of this kind of leveling up energy that's going on. There's all of this shifting. There's all of this, conflicting kind of like growth that is happening here. And yes, There is a cup of opportunity for sure. But it is going to take the energy of the Temperance here. It is going to take that balance of having faith, of going with the action. It's going to take the faith of God's speed, right? Let's clarify the Temperance. The Temperance gets the Eight of Pentacles and the Justice. Wow. Because it's about the work that's going to be committed into the balance needed here. You know, that's what this Temperance energy is about. It's like, okay, the hostilities and stuff can all be in reverse, and they're, you know, you can put down those walls of emotional barriers for sure. That can happen. Absolutely. That energy is here. But it is going to take the work. It is going to take the commitment here. The Justice. It is going to take commitment to the balance. You know, and that commitment of balance has to start with self, right? That commitment of acknowledging where we need to still do the work, where we need to still continue to show up and put in the work here for ourselves, right? Yes. There is a leveling up energy here within this divine masculine emotional energy here. But it is going to take serious commitment here. Serious commitment to acknowledge that growth can happen. Change needs to happen. Work still needs to be done here. But balance needs to be restored, right? Especially for that cup of opportunity, especially for this Ace of Cups here. You know, because the Ace of Cups is talking about all sorts of new opportunities, you know? The Ace of Cups gets the Mother of Wands, the Daughter of Cups. And the Chariot, yes, because this Ace of Cups this is the opportunity given when the energy of authenticity is embraced, you know? When this Daughter of Cups, this is a Page of Cups, and that's the energy of allowing, you know, love to kind of take hold yet again, right? And the Chariot here is the energy of forward movement and change within life. You know, aligning your Chariot here to move in a different direction. It's taking control, you know? But that Ace of Cups is only going to be the opportunity for those who truly are wanting to do that kind of work. That Ace of Pentacles, Justice work, you know? Because we have to get real with ourselves. We have to be authentic to ourselves. We have to understand what needs to be healed if we're going to change the course in which we have been going, right? It's not like you can just one day turn around and be like, you know what? I'm going to drop all of the hostilities that I have had up until this point. Why? Because that's a hard thing to do, right? Intense. Let's get another moon card, though, for that emotional energy here for the Divine Masculine again. Actually, let's get one for that Ace of Cups. Look at this. Confidence is your key to success. It's interesting because that's the new moon in Leo, and that came out that first time, the full moon did. Don't let pride get in your way. And here, confidence is your key to success, right? Isn't that interesting? This cup of opportunity is yours. There is a new beginning here for emotional fulfillment. But it's about whether or not you choose to embrace the growth that needs to happen for you to be able to go authentically forward here, you know? That divine masculine energy needs to be committed to the work that needs to happen to balance out, to bring justice to the imbalance here. Powerful stuff there. All right, let's work on the divine feminine here for this emotional energy. Let's get one here for the Ten of Cups. You know, and this divine feminine energy, the Ten of Cups gets the Star, yeah. You know, I get it. You know, this divine feminine energy is very much just kind of like, I feel really where it's, that divine feminine energy has been like, I have tried for so stinking long and it's not working, you know? It's why this magician in the mirror energy is so, because there's an imbalance here of what the heck? Like, what more needs to change here? What more do I need to put into this, right? When is this tough cycle going to end, right? Look at this. The 10 of Cups gets the star because this is the hopes and the dreams. It's that prayer of like wanting that emotional fulfillment, putting in the work that needed to happen. It's that connection here to the faith. The Queen of Pentacles gets the Hierophant of all things. Wow. Okay. And that's kind of interesting energy because look, it's here how she's so stinking connected to that divine guidance, right? Like emotionally here for the divine feminine, it's like, okay, yes, actions need to be put in here. I need to change these things. I need to make these actual physical changes within my space, within my world around me. But it's so important here. It's the connection here to the divine. It's the connection here to that higher that is going to guide this Queen of Pentacles in this emotional kind of healing, in this emotional balancing that needs to be restored within her life, right? This 9 of Swords here. The Ace of Cups, look at that. The 9 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 9 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Oh my word. This Ace of Cups, look at that. Okay, so this 9 of Swords was this energy of just feeling crappy, right? This is the worry. This is the anxiety. This is that kind of headspace energy where it's like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to change? Am I ever going to get out of this imbalanced energy of feeling like this magician in the mirror in reverse? This is that emotional heartbreak, guys. I get it. I totally understand that. Look at that. The Ace of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Because as much as this emotional energy is probably causing some anxiety here, it's asking you just to take the step back here. Because there's a new cup of opportunity here. That 9 of Swords is actually the 9 of Wands. Right? There's healing, there's love, there's opportunity, there's emotional fulfillment here. And this is about being so stinking clear on that kind of full healing energy basis, right? Where you can acknowledge that, okay, yeah, maybe currently at this time, emotionally, I am feeling as though that love maybe isn't right directly in my face, right? It's not like the 2 of Cups is on that line for the divine feminine here, right? But it's a struggle of becoming so crystal clear on self. Okay? Because the Page of Wands came after that. The cup of opportunity here is acknowledging the self-growth. It's being crystal clear on this divine feminine energy that you are. Page of Wands. What's Page of Wands get? Page of Wands gets the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Look at that. There is positive change happening. And it's happening quickly, it is. This is the energy space in which we're in right now, where we are being pushed to kind of evolve into this next form of being, right? There is positive change happening to this being that you are. But first it comes with the addressing of just allowing the pains just to be, dumping out the cups that have been spilt, emotionally releasing yourself from what is weighing you down. Yes, the pains happened. Absolutely. And they are so stinking hard for us to get over sometimes, guys. But I'm telling you, this energy of positive change to overcome it, it's here. Like the sun is after that, you know? Because emotionally, I get it. Emotionally, this energy is feeling just very, do I have the power to keep going? You know? Or can I just write this off? Can I just write this off and say, nope, you know, for some of you, it's going to be, nope, I'm just going to be this, you know, single kind of person forever. But it's this energy here of releasing yourself to go forward here new, to go forward here whole in self. The sun, Two of Pentacles. Yep. Look at that. See, the happiness and the fulfillment comes when you just acknowledge the flexibility that it's going to take just to let life be life, right? When you can allow yourself to just enjoy the emotional fulfillment that is all around you. And that happens when we allow ourselves this piece of being flexible. Get another one there for the sun. Eight of Cups. Because in order to find this peace, in order to find this balance, there is emotional baggage that just needs to be walked away from. You know, there is something here within this divine feminine energy that, you know, we're holding on to. And because that divine feminine energy is holding on to this, it's continuing this tough cycle, you know, but this moon card, this full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. And emotionally, the end of this tough cycle is going to approach when you can release those emotional baggages that you're holding on to still, right? When you can just do that healing work, set yourself free, dig into those kind of shadow energies there, right? Let's get... Yeah, show the world the real you. Wow. It's about embracing yourselves here. You know, that's where you're going to find this emotional freedom, is when you just connect to that inner this inner Page of Wands, you know? Okay, spiritually here for the Divine Masculine was the Angel of Love. Let's get a clarifier here for the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, Spirit. Three of Pentacles gets the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands, the Nine of Swords, wow, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. You know, the Angel of Love here is in reverse. And this is kind of that energy of not having faith in that love. Okay, not having faith in those dreams of love. This is the energy of wanting to build the foundation here. You know, and what's needed here is a change, a huge change, like one in which they're, you know, the energies are completely shifting. The lines are completely going in an opposite direction here. There's a need really to address, this is that Nine of Swords, all up in your head anxiety, right? Isn't it interesting how so many of these Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine cards keep like crisscrossing here in different parts, but to me, I find that very interesting. You know, in order to build this foundation, there has to be change. You know, what has held you back, this kind of garbage that has really caused this mind space bullshit in the past needs to go, right? There's nothing, you can't hold that on the inside and think that you can build foundations with people. You know, that's the energy here that's shifting. It has to shift. You know, that's the energy here of what needs to change. The faith that the divine can heal this kind of garbage, can take that kind of garbage, right? And it comes from the emotional healing, this self-emotional healing, right? The Nine of Cups. It comes from that, and the Ten of Pentacles behind it, because the Ten of Pentacles is that fulfillment for the life and the family and everything that you're wanting to build. But first, it comes from addressing this energy. It comes from the change that is going to be needed here, right? If the energy here is to build a foundation, then the change must be made in this kind of energy, from Nine of Swords to Nine of Cups. from despair to fullness, right? It's how we embrace the fulfillment of the tangible life around us, when we emotionally heal ourselves. Because, those emotions that are within inside of us, that's the energy that we put out there. Well, if we're putting out that kind of scarred, Nine of Swords energy, what are we getting back? Scarred Nine of Swords energy, right? There's no to build a foundation like this, that Three of Pentacles, to build that foundation here, of a life that is that this divine masculine energy is wanting to build. There has to be healing. There has to be change, Let's clarify this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles gets the Queen of Cups. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, because it's, spiritually, where this divine masculine energy here is struggling, is connecting to the intuition, connecting to the emotional kind of guidance, not only just showing up to, like, the Mother of Pentacles is about those tangible steps, but the Mother of Cups is about connecting to the emotions, right? It's about having faith in that kind of ultimate, this is what I want to manifest in my life, right? The Son of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Lovers. It's about becoming true and authentic to self, And the shadow aspect of this can even be where there's been a lot of ego, a lot of selfishness, especially when it comes to combining yourself in relationships. It was all me, right? Where there wasn't that energy of having faith that what was going to be was going to be. So therefore this divine masculine energy was like, well, it just has to be about me then, because I have no faith in anything else. I have no faith in anything, the universe looking out for me, or anybody else, any sort of other relationship looking out for me. So it has to be about me. My energy is focused on me, right? And this is that shift, you see. That's why the Angel of Love is in reverse, because it's that shift where there's that shadow energy that has been kind of in that spiritual energy. It's just been that, right? The Six of Pentacles, look at that. Six of Pentacles and the Lovers. Six of Pentacles is the law of attraction here. And that is this energy that we were talking about, right? When that Nine of Swords energy is the underlying energy of just constantly being spewed out, like, oh, it's not going to work for me, or oh, nothing's going to come my way, or that's not going to work, or blah, 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 blah. Whatever that victim self-sabotaging talk was, that kept repeating in the head here. That was the energy that kept being displayed here to the connections, the love within this divine masculine kind of energy, right? Because healing had to happen. Healing had to happen. Holy smokes, guys. Oh, wow. You're very close to achieving your goals. It's just connecting, really. It's connecting to the healing that has to happen. It's connecting to the authenticity. Surrendering over what just needs to be let go. All right, Divine Feminines, let's see here. So this Divine Feminine spiritual energy got the appreciation in reverse, which, with the Two of Cups and the Five of Wands coming out, it's almost that energy of like, how can you be appreciative when, it's just so complicated all the time, right? Let's get one here for the Two of Cups. Yeah. Three of Cups and the Page of Swords, and this is like, the Three of Cups is that fellowship, and the Page of Swords is kind of like the loner card, to be honest, and it's like that. I feel like it's this avoidance, really, the avoidance here of blending the energies, where there's just like this healing and all of this learning that's kind of going on own individual basis, but that Three of Cups energy is not in really, it's not doing what it should be. Really, really. The Emperor and the Knight of Wands gets, that's what the Three of Cups gets. Wow. You know, there can just, this Three of Cups, and I feel so greatly like it's just really this, the divine feminine energy here is really just having to connect to what it is she wants, her power, her authenticity, you know? It's like she acknowledges that, you know, change needs to happen. There needs to be change that happens within this blending of energy here. But this Three of Cups, she has to focus on her authenticity here, on what she is wanting, on what she wants her side of this to look like, you know? Yeah, it's crappy, you know, it's crappy that it's taking this long. It's crappy that it's been this kind of hard journey. It's crappy that, you know, there's only one flippin' flower in this whole rose bush, right? Like, there's a lot of thorns. Yeah. That has to happen. Because this divine feminine energy of faith here is about embracing her own inner strength. Embracing the power here that is within the divine feminine, and acknowledging that growth of self is what's important here. That growth of self here, that assurance in her own being. This is the faith that's needed. It's that assurance within yourself. It's interesting. The Knight of Wands came out for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine within here. Because it's about embracing your own authenticity. Five of Wands. Let's get clarified. Two of Wands. There's a change of direction here. And Ace of Swords. Look at that. You know, this is that conflicting energy of change. The conflicting energy of growth needed, right? That leveling up kind of energy. And the Two of Wands clarified it with the Ace of Swords, because change is needed here. In clarity, the answers you're looking for, they're coming, so have the faith in that. You know? Give yourself the space and the peace to hear what the divine is calling you. What the divine is asking you to open yourself up here to. Please. There's a change of pace here. There's a change here for you. But have the faith. Have the faith that you can level yourself up through this. You know? Have the faith that your hard work is paying off. Like, that's so important. Have the faith that your hard work is paying off, right? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Beautiful. All right, let's see this last energy here. Oh, the divine masculine and the physical was the healer of ages in reverse. And then the Ten of Wands, the Judgment, and the Two of Swords, because that's fun. You know, and this is just really that physical energy of healing needs to take place. Okay? There hasn't been healing in this tangible physical realm yet. Those burdens have just not been sat with and dealt with. That healing has been blocked. For whatever reason. The healing has been blocked. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands gets the Three of Cups, the Devil, and the Magician. Yeah, because it's almost like where they, you know, that Three of Cups is the energy here, again, of fellowship, of connection, right? For some, it can be, you know, look at that. The Three of Cups and the Devil. I feel like there was a lot of codependency with this, within this divine masculine kind of energy. There was just a lot of a lot of limitations, a lot of like limiting structures, a lot of limiting beliefs, right? And that's what really needs to change here, is that those limiting beliefs are not what defines the divine masculine here. That the divine masculine has the powers within inside of themselves to release themselves from anything they feel trapped and burdened in, you know? Whether that's past, past relationships, or it's family, or whatever else that Three of Cups may be, right? This is connection of energy, guys. This is fellowship of energy. And it's this kind of negative kind of energy here. This Three of Cups came out in reverse, and I'm not reading reversals, but this is that energy fellowship, it is the energy of fellowship that had some sort of negative kind of effect on this divine masculine as a whole. Where there were burdens and stuff that just need to be finished out because of that low toxic bullshit, that devil energy, right? It's about embracing the powers within. See, and that's the thing we overlook all the time, is that, these hardships that come up and come up in our space, and they get in our way, and whatever the case may be, we get stuck thinking, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get over this. I'm never going to get past this. This is going to cripple me, blah, 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 blah. But everything we ever need, that wisdom we need, that is born within our souls. Okay. It is the knowledge of this 3D life that we learn to actually oh my gosh, let me try to repeat that again. Okay. The wisdom, the wisdom that we need to overcome the obstacles in our life. That is a part that our souls are born with. Our souls know that wisdom. It's the lessons of the 3D world that actually take the knowledge that we learn from the 3D world to access that wisdom within our souls, if that makes any sense, right? And that is that energy of the magician. It's about tapping into those powers, tapping into the power of releasing yourself from the burdens, tapping into the healing, tapping into the releasing of the negativity, the releasing of that low vibration devil shit, right? Right. Let's get a clarifier on the judgment here. The star. It's the faith. It's the connection here. The prayers, the dreams, the hopes, that connection to a divine, that connection to a higher, that faith that we're just not out here, it's a bad luck kind of gig. I got all, I'm just living the life of shit. No, it's about connecting, yourself to a higher, so that you can manifest and bring into life those things that you hope and pray and are wishing to bring into life, right? Two of Swords. Can you see my puppy? Two of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay. Two of puppet. Two of Swords. Not two of puppies. Two of Swords. Oh boy. Okay, so the Two of Swords here got the Ten of Swords, the World, and the Daughter of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. You see, you've been blocked. This divine masculine energy has not allowed themselves to physically release themselves from this blockage. There has to be healing that needs to be done, right? Things just need to come to an end. They just got to let shit go, deal with it once and for all. Get rid of it, right? Just face it. Completion. Acknowledge what it is, acknowledge what has been, and just let it be what it is, right? Because there is new beginning here, that Daughter of Pentacles. There is a tangible new step here to go forward and to create this new kind of life, to go forward and actually bring into life tangible new beginnings, tangible change, a new opportunity, But it literally is going to take staring down the beast. Looking at the blockages that have held you back from releasing you. Looking at the burdens, looking at the heavy cycles that just need to be completed. It's gonna take that kind of healing. It's gonna take, I don't know what else to say. You gotta work through your fears, right? It's a time to take action. Yeah, see, I told you. I didn't know what else to say. It's a time to take action here. It's a time to actually do that physical healing work that needs to be done. Not just like, oh, I'm just going to stuff it down here and I'll leave it till a rainy day. Nah. Nay. You know, this is the energy of actually really getting into it, doing the work, digging down. I can't, like, this just keeps looking at me in the face, these two. And it's like staring down the beast, you know, going through the forest to find that scary beast and staring it straight in the face and just putting the swords in it once and for all. Acknowledging it for just the cycle that it is, the completed cycle that it is. The cycle completes and resets itself when you do the healing that is needed to reset that cycle, right? Oh, hi, look. Okay, no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. All right, divine feminine energy here. No, booby, get out of here. The temperance, let's clarify this temperance. The temperance gets the 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Go lay down, please. He's standing on the other side of mine. You see, look at that. The energy that you put out, my friends, is what you get back in, right? Yes. See? Balance. That 6 of Cups has that, you know, mirroring energy to it. What you put out is what you get back in. That includes faith. That includes patience. That includes hope. That includes balance. Okay? Godspeed. What you are putting out is what you are getting back in. So do the emotional work here. Ground yourself, divine feminines. Ground yourself. I can't say that. I can't say that enough, right? Energy is gaining momentum and luck is on your side. Acknowledge, like when we're talking about this physical energy, acknowledge the energy that you are putting out. Be real with yourself, right? Be real with yourself. Do the reflection, you know, do the healing, but be real with yourself, what you are putting out, right? 8 of Swords. Because this energy of feeling stuck, it's where you haven't completed what still needs to be done, you know? If you're feeling like a victim within this energy here of the temperance, then it's because there are still things that you need to finish out. There are still cycles, like that 10 of Wands. There are still cycles that you need to complete here, divine feminine. Okay? This energy has not yet come to a close because you need to cross the T's and dot the I's. You do. You need to acknowledge that it's your turn to pull yourself out of the seat of the victim here. It's your turn to stand up. You are no longer looking in that reflection. If you feel imbalanced within your security, then you need to be whole within self here, my dear. Look at that. The Lovers comes out within this. If you are feeling even like a victim within a connection here, right? Like a victim to some sort of connection that might not even be in your 3D realm right now. You know, maybe it's a connection, you know, maybe it's that twin flame connection of living within, you know, that separation connection. But if you're feeling like a victim within, you know, half of you feeling like, oh, right? I'm missing that part of me, or that's what we need to work on. Right? Because it's about the balance of self here. It's about the wholeness of self. I'm like just so blown away by today's readings. I don't even, oh, wow. Ace of Wands. Can you get a clarifier here for the Ace of Wands? The Hermit. And the Hanged Man. Oh, wow. Well, hunker down, divine feminine, because it is about being patient. You know, it is this new beginning and this this start and spark and everything, you know, that we just keep waiting for it. Again, just take your time. Release the resistance here and allow the divine just to guide what needs to be. It's so frustrating. I get it. Like, I really do, you know, especially if this is discussing relationships, you know, but it's about just centering in and finding that center light, shifting that energy within inside yourself so that you're no longer feeling like a victim, stuck waiting for this kind of connection, right? Like, it's releasing that divine energy from it, because even when we feel stuck and like a victim, what are we putting out? We're putting out that, right? Goodness me. It's a slippery slope here, I feel, right? We just have to be at this place of peace and gratitude here. We do. The universe is bringing something in massive. So shift the energy within inside of self. That's disgusting. He just drank out of the toilet and licked me. Gross. Such a gross little dog. Divine feminine. The divine feminine here for the... It's a time to give rather than to take. And nothing is yet set in stone, right? It's a time to give rather than to take. What are you giving, divine feminine? What kind of energy are you putting out there? It needs to be the energy of faith. It needs to be the energy of being grounded, because nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. Wow. All right. That was another beautiful extended. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like. If you would like to leave a comment, I would love to hear it. Yeah. Wow. Until next time, take great care of yourselves. Bye now.